Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a stable tour of Willie Mullins after he had a lot of runners over the weekend. And it started off in the worst possible way as Kilcut was beaten at 1-14 on its hurdling debut. Now this horse has been probably the best bumper horse last season. He was beaten in the champion bumper by Sir Gerhard, but I think Rachel Blackmore stole that one off the front, and later Kilcut got revenge back in Ireland, and I think it was the best bumper horse and a lot was expected, and at 1-14 everyone thought it was just going to be a walk in the park for Kilcut. It was beaten 10 lengths in the end and it didn't look very fluent over its hurdles, but it was beaten by a horse which Willie Mullins said he does believe is a very good horse in Largy debut, who did have good bumper form. I think Kilcut is worth another go over hurdles just to see if he can improve for that one, as I believe he will do, and he could still have a force to play in this division, even though he did drift out in the Superboy market a lot after that performance. 30 minutes later, in the Division 2 of the maiden hurdle, we saw Desert Dynamo with a very promising hurdles debut. Now this horse had been 2 from 2 over bumpers, but not highly tried of, but it was thought a lot by connections, and it made its hurdling debut, won by 18 lengths in the end. It did make a few novice mistakes, but again, I think it will improve dramatically for the run, and it did give Sean O'Keefe a very good spin. Next up, over chasing, we saw Concertista make her debut over fences. This horse was narrowly beaten at Cheltenham Festival this year, and it does look to be a high class horse, probably in the mares division though. Its chase debut was a half a length win, and it did jump well and came up very well at the last, and it beat less fit horses which set a good standard. Henry de Bromhead's horse in the race was a very good yardstick, and for Concertista to beat that first time out was very impressive. Next up we saw Energamine step out of novice company and into a Guide 2, and that was again another very impressive 8 length win. The horse did what he needed to do, and I think will improve no doubt from here, and especially because Chacun Pour Soi did disappoint at Sandown. This could be Willie Mullins' 2-mile chasing horse for the season, and perhaps go for the champion chase now if Chacun Pour Soi is out, after Willie Mullins did report the horse was very sore behind after its performance in the Tingle Creek at Sandown. Although Energamine was expected to win at 1-3, it did leave a good impression. The next horse is Fernie Hollow, who has very good bumper form and is the only horse to beat Appreciate It. It had one over hurdle, and that was beating Bob Ollinger by 1 length, and Bob Ollinger hasn't been beaten by any other horse bar Fernie Hollow. The form does stack up well, and at his chase debut at 8-15, there was some doubt in the market because that horse could have been 1-10 like Kilcut if it wanted to be. It came up against some very good horses in Course Sublime, who was also making chase debut, and it was a 152 rated hurdler. That eventually finished second for Rachel Blackmore, but Fernie Hollow did impress me a lot, especially with that jump at the last and powering away. This horse has clearly maintained its speed after being off the track for such a long time, and it'll be very impressive to see where this horse goes next. It looks like connections are aiming the horse at the Arkle, and I think seeing Fernie Hollow versus Appreciate It could be a very interesting battle. So that's the video complete. Thanks a lot for watching, and comment on which Willie Mullins horse impressed you most at the weekend.